Hello and welcome back to another podcast, another coin chat. Today I'm joined by Coin Cupboard again.
Oh,
And also Caledonian Coins.
hello there.
So both other coin tubers, so I will link them down in the description so you guys can go check them out. It'll be a similar format to last time. We'll go through the top 10 questions I get on Q&As, videos with Caledonian Coins because we covered them on the first podcast 2 weeks ago with Coin Cupboard. But feel free to jump in at any point as well. We'll go through some of the questions that you guys left on the last podcast, and then we'll get into some newsy bits that we've made a note of beforehand that we wanted to cover today. Very quickly then, Coin Cupboard, did you want to introduce yourself to those that maybe haven't watched the first podcast?
Yeah, go for it. So I'm Andy at Coin Cupboard. Like Christopher, I do some coin hunts and I sit in my cupboard and do it. Coin hunts, some coin chat, some coin news and some unboxings, etc. So I've been just in January. So I've got I think we're over 500 subscribers now, so that's pretty decent.
Oh, I'm Darren. I'm from Caledonian Coins. I've been YouTubing since about September, October last year, when I was getting big bags of coins and commenting on other people's YouTube channels like Christopher's, saying what I was finding. It got to the point where I was finding unbelievable things, so I thought I'd make some videos about it.
Definitely. That's fantastic. So we're going to get to know you a bit more detail, Caledonian Coins, because we've got some top 10 questions. For those of you that haven't seen this before, it's the questions I get asked most on my giveaways. Speaking of which, I've got my 20k giveaway that's up at the moment with some fantastic prizes, which I will link down in the description as well. So if you haven't entered, be sure to go over and enter. So, first question, quite an obvious question. Favourite coin?
Right, favourite coin is, I'd say definitely Newton at the moment, but I've got a thing for the Stephen Hawking. It depends if you're thinking circulated coin or uncirculated coin, because it's got to the point now where there's so many coins coming out that aren't going to be in the circulation.
That's very true.
Banded them into two different categories makes it more to choose from as well. So
Yeah.
I do have a thing for the Captain Cook coin, the £2 one from last year. I'm well into my maps and cartography and old school maps, you know, like things with like oceans with giant sea creatures in them and stuff like that. But when I see the old scribe and the old cartography,
That's fantastic.
quite looking forward to the other two, but I'm kind of worried that they'll sell them in packs and I'll have to open up the packs to put them all three together into the same pack. You know?
That's going to happen, isn't it? So they're all quite modern ones that your favourite coins then?
Yeah, quite modern. I did collect coins. I did actually start off on stamps when I was about 7, I think. So that was just like last week. No. No, I started off stamps because my real father, we lived in Canada for about just shy of a year, and he had a massive stamp collection through all of them, with all the Eastern European ones like CCCP and Magia Postar and all that. With all they had like the space program and all the different things that they did with probes, the space ships, the rockets, planets, all those kinds of things. And I just thought them fascinating.
Yeah, I must admit I had some Soviet Union sort of the space race era sort of stamps, and they are so stunning designs. They're absolutely beautiful.
We all like stamps as well, I think, as well as coins. So
Yeah.
there's a theme going on as well.
I think the two hobbies kind of maybe go hand in hand in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Obsessive collectors, we can't help ourselves. Cool. So we've
My first coin was 50 pence. It was tiny. I was given this 50 pence. You know, the hands with the European Union 50 pence.
Mm-hmm.
I was given one of them for some sweets, and I spent it.
Oh no. So we've covered favourite coins. Then what about your least favourite design on a coin?
Well, some people don't like Benjamin Britten and give it a bit of a flap, but I don't mind it.
Oh, I'm one of those people.
It's all right. No, you're allowed to have your opinion about that. There's quite a few, but stands out. Sadly, got to be one of the Olympics.
One of the Olympics? Which one?
I love the volleyball one. That's my favourite Olympic one because that's kind of got like that. What the volleyball one looks like is it's like the two folk have got their hands in the air and it looks like it's a giant spirit bomb and they're a way to blow each other up with it. The least favourite Olympic one was, I've totally lost my train of thought there.
I must admit, it's a difficult question to answer because I must admit I do like or probably most designs on circulating coins. There isn't one other than the Benjamin Britten. But then again, my dislike of the Benjamin Britten isn't like a massive disliking of it. It's just probably my least favourite design. But I think it's quite a neat design. But I think it's the bubbling on the back. It's difficult to read, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to read, that one.
So, if you could design a coin of your own, what would it be and what denomination would you put it on?
Well, you've got like some character coins that you like. You've mentioned before in the past people like singers like David Bowie and Freddie Mercury and things like that. I would do comedy double acts.
Oh.
Either that or sketch show characters.
Like the two Ronnies?
Like somebody like from Little Britain. Yeah, you can have a pair of coins, like the London Underground have a pair of coins. Or you could do individual sketch show characters if that's just a thing, you know, like have maybe Britain or somebody from the Fast Show, you know, iconic characters over time. You could go from the beginning, like Fawlty Towers, and all the way through to today, you know.
Fawlty Towers would be good.
I want a Shooting Stars one now. I want Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer on coins.
I love Vic and Bob. Totally love them.
They're fantastic ideas. No, I like them. So next couple of questions we've already answered. So you said, oh no, we haven't. So what was it that got you into collecting coins? You said about stamps earlier.
Yeah, stamps for me. And then like I got my first 50p when I was like 6 or 7. I can't remember, but I spent it on a big box of Maltesers because you could afford that back then.
Wow.
And then from there forth, I had not a coin, but a big giant commemorative medal from the Guide Dogs of the Blind, because my grandfather, he had diabetes type 1, and he went blind. He lost his eyesight. It was a thing back in the war he got, like, back in the days.
Yeah.
And it was a shock to the system. He lost his eyesight because of his diabetes. What happened with the guide dog when he got too old to be the service dog that they were already, we got to take them and look after them.
Ah.
I loved them. It was like there was a black lab and a golden lab, and for that we got little gold guide dogs for the blind thing in a wee case, and that was like my first thing. And then from there forth, I just started getting some random coins, and then you lose interest in certain things, you know. And then I was starting to make money, and money was just going in. So you know, I joined adult life. And recently got back into it again. I think it's just more of a situation where my job changed, more cash, and I was just finding all these commemoratives again. I did have a moment back in 9 where I did have Kew Gardens in my hand, and I didn't realise the significance of it all.
Oh no!
And you know, I sealed bags of them in my safe at work. I know. I know. What I'm going to say now is probably going to get you loads of people just desubbing now. I was bags of sealed Kew Gardens, and I'm opening them up.
Oh my goodness!
Oh. Yeah, I just didn't know the significance. I was just like, it was during my period of time where I just, and then when I come back, and I'm like, oh no, you know.
Oopsie.
So yeah, but
don't want to dwell on that.
Got one. I'm happy. I went and got some of the 2019 ones as well, so I'm all right.
Fantastic. So
that's one for my sins.
So you said about you had the 50p with the hands, but do you remember what the first coin you collected was?
That was one of the £1 old round pounds.
Ah, do you remember what design, or was that a bit?
Well, yeah, I kind of do. It was the 1988 Royal Shield and Crown one.
Oh.
I remember the halfpence being taken out of circulation, and I remember the pound coming in around about not long before, the 20 pence coming into circulation as well. And then I remember all the different things coming through for the different round pounds, and then 88, because it was different to the rest, kept it, and I think I lost it in my teenage years, but I got another one since.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ended up being pretty low mintage, they ones anyway, 1988s.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
Yeah, I do have a couple of silver-proof ones of them.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah. Nice.
Just to make up for losing the first one.
Next question was, have you been to the Royal Mint? Are you, or if not, are you planning to go to the Royal Mint? And if not, are you planning to go?
I'm planning to go. I was originally meant to be already there, but my holiday got cancelled.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and also the air company, I'll not mention names because of sponsors and money and stuff like that. But the original company used to fly out of Dundee, no longer does. They keep turning around and saying, we've got flights, but it turns out they no longer run from there. So I think the websites just haven't caught up yet. So if I have to go down to Edinburgh now. Mm-hmm. And I have to be down in Edinburgh at like some ridiculously early hour to get down there. Train services from where I am, it would take me about an hour and 20 to an hour and 50 to get to Edinburgh.
Wow.
So, yeah, I would have to be up very early in the morning that day.
It'd be a bit of a trek for you then.
You did say you were going to do it in one day, didn't you? You said you were going to fly down and then come back up the
originally,
same day.
Yeah. Flights were an offer because I'm not far from there. So I'm like 30, 40 minutes from that airport.
Cool. So what was it that made you start making YouTube videos?
Well, I was getting the big bags anyway. So I was just like I found like a whole batch of them with this and that and several bags with all the same new commemoratives in them. And I think it was a ridiculous amount of Benjamin bunnies and people acts. Like that. No, I was just like, no one's going to believe this. So I would post a photo. I would mention comments on YouTube channel. And then when you started up your Discord, I just started posting up photos of like, I've got about 800 Benjamin bunnies, 200 of this, about 500 Tom kittens, and people are like, oh. I'm like, yeah. And instead of having to explain photo and write a wee paragraph about it, just do it. And I thought, why not? If I didn't have coin videos, I had other videos on my channel, but like yourself, you said you had stamps on yours, but I thought, do the coins. Originally, I did it under my own name, but I've changed the name since, like you say, for safety.
Yeah. That's cool. Because someone did ask on my recent giveaway, which is a question I will go through at some point, would I encourage other people to start their own coin collecting YouTube channels? And my answer is definitely go for it, because as a coin collector myself, I love watching coin videos. So I watch a whole bunch of people's coin videos. If you've got your own take, your own spin on coin collecting, or you make fantastic videos yourself, then by all means do it, because chances are I'll probably watch it as well.
I think it's brilliant watching other people's, seeing what they get.
Definitely.
It's good fun to see what other people get in the country.
And if you've got the means to do it, absolutely. It's for me, I had the equipment sitting there because I used to just do things anyway. It was more of a confidence thing.
Yeah.
And then I think, do it. And I've done it, and I've not regretted.
Definitely. They're the coin-related questions. There's a couple, and there's two more that are unrelated to coins. So if you could have dinner with any three people, living or dead, who would they be and why?
Oh, living or dead.
These are the ones that caught me off guard last week. 2 weeks ago.
Probably Einstein.
That's a good one.
I'm very interested in the actor Patrick Stewart and all he does, because I'm an old sci-fi fan, so I used to be like a father figure to me.
Oh.
So, and a third one, let's think of a good one. Bumblebee, one of them.
Better say your other half. You better say your other half.
The other half. Hi, Lisa. Yeah. Bring the cat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
They got me in the good books last time, so that was good.
So you're an older sci-fi fan then. Favourite Star Trek then?
Oh, TNG. I did like DS9, but...
You like DS9? Oh no, it was so boring.
That's the thing. It was... I came up with TNG, and there's a progression straight onto that. It's kind of a continuity thing. You just from one to the next, and then you follow the next one. I've been watching the new one, the Discovery one.
What did you think of the new one?
First season, I was a wee bit, what's going on here, and wasn't too thingied with it. And the second season's a lot better.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second season yet. I enjoyed the first one, but no, I like Voyager. That's my favourite Star Trek.
Oh yeah, Voyager. I didn't mind Voyager. It had that with DS9. You had the ongoing long, massive with Voyager. You could have a different episode each week because you'd meet someone new.
Yeah.
I like that take on it.
Definitely. So last question is unrelated to coins. Then, other than your coins, what else do you collect?
Oh. I've got a load of old music CDs and DVDs and stuff like that, and I used to work at nightclubs back in the 90s, so Yeah, I used to get still got loads of vinyl, but some of it's warped and melted. It's all off. Sadly, I know. I've got loads of CDs and tons. I've got a whole case full of DVDs I need to just punt on eBay or something just to get rid because it's taking up space.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Vinyls and LPs are coming they're coming back, aren't they? Like, being cool, I suppose, aren't they? Because I see them at like the car boot sales. There's loads of folks selling them now and stuff. And
Even in that HMV, they press new vinyls, don't they?
yeah, it's all coming back into fashion again.
Cassettes are making a comeback too. They're going up. Yeah, it was in the news just a week or two ago.
Ah, bizarre, isn't it?
Aye.
So we'll look at the questions I got on the last podcast, the last coin chat that we did. So if you have any questions, those of you that are watching, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I will add them to my list and we'll cover as many as we can next time. So the first question was from Samuel Hope, who asks, what's your favourite old £1 design?
Oh, I've seen Samuel commenting on my channel as well. So thanks for commenting, Samuel, and thanks for following. My favourite old £1 design, Rail Bridge. I've got a soft spot for the big red bridge.
Oh.
I always love going on it, and I know I own about the trip to Edinburgh taking an hour and 20 minutes, 2 hours, or whatever time it takes. It just, you go down, you're on the bridge, you go back home, you're back on that bridge. It stood there for 127 years now.
Wow.
I did a South Queensferry 10k run once, and I got a similar size medal thing for doing the 10k run. It's kind of like giant crown size coin, the bridges, the fourth rail bridge.
Oh.
And because I'd ran it, I downed that thing and I've kept it in it's tainted a wee bit and toned a wee bit, but kept that. It was like one of the ones I kept when I was young and stuck with me. It's one of the ones I haven't lost, thankfully.
And how about yourself, Coin Cupboard? Favourite old £1 design?
Well, it's probably going to have to be the same. Is it the 2004 Forth Bridges? Because it's only about from where I stay as well. So I see it now and again when I'm travelling about, and it's a nice bridge. I think also there are a few I like. The Welsh Dragon one is quite smart as well.
No, I agree with you there.
On it. And 88 as well. It's quite a low mintage, and that 1988 was a good year as well. So
I think my favourite, the £1, is the Rampant Lion. I just think it looks so cool. Definitely my favourite.
Becoming an honorary Scot suits you.
Yeah, definitely.
Scottish singers.
I've got to agree with the Welsh one, because that's the one you get from the mint, isn't it? That's a £20 coin.
Yeah, the fine silver one.
It's a nice looking coin.
Totally agree. Richard Brabin asked, how often does Strike Your Own change? It's a good question, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's changed twice this year.
Yep. I think it's quarterly, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I think.
They're doing it 3 monthly, yeah.
So what are our opinions on the Britannia £2 as the Strike Your Own then?
I actually thought the other day with the Strike Your Own, they should make one that's not in general circulation, so that it entices people to come down to them instead of doing something that's already out there. I know people love, like myself and everyone here, love the 2018 Newtons.
Yeah.
Einstein one as well. That's grand. Specifically for the tour, they should do something that's not out there.
Yeah, I agree. So, like, my opinion was the RAF ones. I thought they would have made absolutely stunning Strike Your Owns, and I'm sure Colin Cupboard would agree with me there.
Yep.
But I quite like it when they put a design from a previous year as the Strike Your Own, so the Strike Your Own's got a different year on it. So, like the Newton, like you said, there's a 2017 coin, but the Strike Your Own was 2018.
Speculation about the Q being one of them, but I don't think it will be.
I keep banging on about that. The more I talk about it, maybe it'll happen.
That'd be nice.
Quite like the Britannias as Strike Your Own, because I quite like the design on the Britannias.
Yeah.
Quite like finding them in change and bank runs, stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a neat design, but I want more commemorative ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Daniel O'Rourke asks, do you have any Irish coins?
Republic of Ireland coins, just a 1 penny and 2 penny with the fancy Celtic stuff on the front.
Yeah.
But I've not got anything else with regard to Irish money. I do get Irish banknotes. Yeah, just the Northern Ireland banknotes. And Since Ireland became in the Euro, I've got a few Euros with the harp on the back, but
Oh, cool.
that's it, really.
I must admit, I found some in my world coin hunts. Is it Pingeons they're called?
All right.
And the one I really like is it's like is it a mother cow? Is it a mother cow? A mother pig? Is it a sow? I can't remember. With all the little babies, it's so cute. Such a cute design. I really like that one.
So I'm just having a look at my my collection just now that I've got stored on like the internet.
Yeah.
I've got quite a lot. I can remember having quite a lot of like older Irish stuff as well. So I'm just having a look. Yeah, is it the pig, whatever. So
I must
yeah, I've
admit,
got quite a lot of the fish and whatever.
I do have a soft spot for animals on coins. I think they look really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the punt.
Yeah.
It's the punt instead of the pound, isn't it? The punt.
Yeah.
It's called.
But speaking of animals on coins, then, have any of you... Kelvin Finney wants to know if any of us have found a Tosha cat £2.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one in my collection.
You
I
do?
still can't remember where I got it from. I must have bought it like off eBay or something at some point as well.
So do you want to explain...
I think,
do you want to explain for the viewers that maybe have not heard of it what the Tosha cat £2 is?
yeah, I think it was the... Is it the Children's Commonwealth Games it was representing? I think it was the mascot of that. Don't quote me on this.
I'm Googling whilst you speak so I can clarify.
I think it's a mascot of the Children's Commonwealth Games, and it was a got on the back, the big Toshi cat or whatever it is on the back of it. And again, like I said with some of my previous coins as well, that are over the odds, because I got it like probably when it first came out, probably £5-6 or something like that, and then you look at them now and it's like over £100 you're spending.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's quite crazy.
It's coming though. It's one of the few ones where I don't mind a mascot being on a coin, something like that. You know, you've had some mascots for the Olympics, but there are some scary mascots out there, and I think, was it last year, was it Paisley that had that scary triangle-shaped thing? It's terrifying. You don't want to have that.
But yeah, I'd love to find one of them. A couple more questions. One from Coins Rule, who asks, "What is your most wanted coin now?" I'd struggle to answer that right now.
Actually, I just saw something the other day. A woman found one of the labours of Hercules Gibraltarian £2 coins in change.
Oh.
Yeah. I have one of them. There are 12 in the set. I have one, and if I found one of them in change, it would be the best hunt.
Definitely.
I don't think anything would ever beat that, because I don't know what the mintage are on them, and obviously from coming from Gibraltar to over here, and if they're a very, very low mintage, it's going to be mental finding one in your change over here. But somebody posted on a Facebook group the other day, I saw it, and she's like, "Is this worth anything?" And then people were saying it's like £200.
Wow.
The coin you found in your change, and she's like, "I found it in my change, how can it be worth that much?"
Unbelievable.
People are like, "Yeah, it is worth that much because they're that rare." I couldn't believe it when I saw it, the woman found it in it. And it was circulated, it was coin, so...
Wow, what a find. I think
Difficult to find.
Personally, because I love the Strike Your Owns, and there's still a couple I don't have. Is it the new pound was a Strike Your Own, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
One of the first, I think. But yeah, that's something I would be on the lookout for. But there isn't anything, because for circulating coins, I've had all the UK circulating coins now. Maybe some of the alphabet 10p's, actually. There's a couple of them that I still haven't got for the 2018 set.
So hard to find.
It's last night. Sick of the sight of them, if I'm honest.
So have you got a coin that's at the top of your most wanted list, Caledonian coins?
Like Coin Cupboard there, the Hercules one is one on the list.
Yeah.
Circulating coins. Toshi was another one, yeah, and pretty much similar train of thought with Coin Cupboard. Those two coins would be the top two. I've already found the cute. I'd love to find more, of course.
Oh, who would?
I'm still looking for one for the album. I know. Stage, I'll take a wheelchair rugby, because there's someone on my Discord last night finding a wheelchair rugby, and one of my friends found one 3 weeks ago, and 2 work colleagues in 2 weeks found one as well. So I'm the only one that's not finding it.
Something in the air then.
Yeah.
Jackie Pendlebury was asking, do we think that your postcode makes a difference as to the coins that you find?
I don't think so, because Scotland's quite a large geographical area, and there's only the one major change centre, I think, and that's just west of Glasgow. Mm-hmm. The banks all get them cashed into coin machines, put into another distribution centre elsewhere, and redistribute them amongst the other banks.
Yeah.
I think there's just maybe the one or two places, so I think they just get shipped from Glasgow or the Central Belt.
There's one down, it's in Essex Way, isn't it? A big cash centre down south.
I think there's 10 all over the country, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so maybe it might have an impact, but it's all lucky dip, basically. You can't pick a postcode and that's going to be the best supplied. Although I have heard of people that live close to the mint finding coins. So like the first Paddington Bear 50p that was found in circulation, someone near the mint got that before it was actually supposed to be released into circulation, so that maybe there's an odd chance there.
Yeah, and you've got your places like the Air Show where they had a few hundred of these RAF coins slip out, and the Jane Austen had an event where a few of them got let out into the market as well. I do think that maybe geographically there are some significant things. So there was people, Change Checker were doing their feature where they had fish and chip shops, and they were giving away the F for fish and chips, and were they not like Angel of the North, like near there, they were giving away, putting them into circulation around there and stuff like that.
Yeah, so some of the Alphabet 10Ps were put into specific locations to begin with, the early releases of them.
So with the Alphabet 10 pences, I think sometimes, like, because I've sent a few bags of like D's to, they've all been going to like Kent, like down that way, so I don't know if they're struggling to find like D for double-decker buses down there. From Caledonian coins, I've had like a couple of bags, full bags, £100 bags of D's. Yeah. And then I don't know if it's like they just, with the Alphabet coins, they just poor. I'm not sure if it really has an effect, but it's quite interesting.
We had the D's, and the other post office that I go to in the town centre, I know the cashiers pretty well, and I says, I've got these D's. And they says, well, we've had nothing but bags of U's. So I don't know things with them. And I think maybe it's just lucky dip, like you say, pot luck.
Yeah. Okay.
It's interesting to think, though.
Definitely.
To think like how far coins can travel in their circulating life as well. Like.
Yeah, that's true. Some people did reckon.
Your Hercules one, that's come a good few hundred miles over here.
Someone suggested I should mark a coin to see if it comes up in a future hunt, but also if someone else finds it. But you'd have to have something quite a unique mark on it, though, wouldn't you?
That or an ultraviolet pen, something like that. Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Or like a stamp of your own, like a metal stamp. You could just hammer into it and leave your own imprint on it.
I did find a 5p that had been drilled through the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just a tiny wee 5p, and it was in the centre. It's just been drilled, not all the way through, but it was like 90% all the way through. Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's going to come back and turn back up at my place.
We've got one more question that came from the Epic Bandit, who asks, I have a coin with the Queen's head on both sides. Can you let me know if it is an error and what it's worth? A Queen's head on both sides?
Oh, I have two of those, both 10 pences. Yes, I found them on 10p hunts, and I did a little thing about them, because when I was checking out about the clipped plant shit that I had for the Paddington that I had, I was speaking to people at the Mint, and they suggested I sent them off to the Royal Mint Museum. You've got to pay them a little fee, but the professor there determines whether they're authentic or not. And what happens with the 10p's, I was also doing some parallel research, and it turns out that the Magic Circle sell them as magician's coins. So I don't know whether the ones I found are magician's coins. They do look totally real. 99% convinced they are real 10 pences that are just struck with the Queen's head on both sides, because they're both like pretty good condition, and they do have that noise to them when you chink them together. Yeah, you know.
You can never lose a bet. Never lose a bet.
Yeah, I just wish I'd found one with double heads and one with double tails, so I could win all bets.
I'm not sure how that would actually work at the Mint, though, because obviously when they're struck, the dies on the top and the dies on the bottom are totally different. Obviously,
Yeah.
one's got the obverse and the reverse, so I can't really see how it happened. But
I think because I must admit I've heard of the magic coins, like you said,
Yeah.
with but double heads or double whatever sides it is. But I have also seen, I know some US coin hunters. There are coin safes, so coins that look like, well, they look like coins, but they're not. You shake them around a certain way, and they open up, and there's a little space in the middle where you obviously can't put an awful lot in it, but things like a SIM card or a little not a USB, a memory card you can stick in there and put it in there for safety. So I've heard of coin safes as well, but I would be, I don't know. I think the problem with coin collecting is you're almost trained to be skeptical, aren't you?
Yeah.
If something glitters, it's probably not going to be gold. But I think the best way to discern what it is would be maybe tweet a picture, join the Discord, post a picture on there so we can all have a look at it and give our opinions for you. But my fingers are crossed though that's a real error coin, because imagine that would be worth a fortune. If you genuinely had a struck coin with the Queen's head on both sides, that would be surely worth a fortune.
Yeah.
Definitely keeping mine in a wee box till I find out. There is, like you say, coins. We are sceptical, because if I do find that elusive Kew Gardens on one of my hunts one day, I'd be all scrutinising it, because there's so many fakes out there as well. So I'll be like, is this, isn't it? I'll be all self-doubting myself, and then myself as well. So yeah, I'll probably put that onto the Discord and say, real or fake?
Well, that's the problem there, because there are so many fakes out there. There are so many people that either manipulating the system, or that there's lots of, for lack of a better term, fake news around what rare coins are, rare minting errors, this, that, and the other. The wordings is upside down on my £2 coin. Oh, there's dots missing around the edge of my £2 coin, and it may not be someone is consciously making this mistake. It could just be that they've read this news article that is all nonsense, and they believe it.
Yeah, and they're just passing it on to other people.
Exactly.
Which we believe it as well. So
I must get about 5 comments a day about coins with minting errors that aren't actually minting errors. So
yeah, because it's like the pound coin with the lefties and righties. That's just basically the same as your upside down writing phenomenon.
Yeah. I must admit, I don't even look for lefties and righties. So
it's not a thing I follow either. I don't quite get it either. But
no.
Upside down writing, it's just the way it's made.
Yeah.
It's not a mistake. It's not an error.
No.
Same with the pound coins. It's just the left side becomes right because it's upside down.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. So last time we spoke about a couple of things that were coming out that I've now had, and I know at least Coin Cupboard has had them. So 50 years of the 50p, the bunk set came out. What do we think of it?
I like it.
Yeah.
I got the base proof set.
You got what? Sorry,
I got. I do like it. I got the base proof set a few months ago, back in, was it January? And I did get more than one. I got a couple for myself and keep them in the cupboard forever. It's a separate cupboard from that. Don't worry, it's not the same cupboard. I thought I got a couple of I got a couple of bunks to go with it as well. So just to pair, and I'm looking forward to the other set that's coming out. Mm-hmm. Everyone was all hyped up because of the Kew Gardens in this first set, but I'm looking forward to the second set because my family's a military family. I'm not. I'm the first that's not joined. We're RAF, Marines, Army, Navy, all of that. Yeah. And the second set's going to be the 2 Victoria Cross coins, Battle of Britain, Battle of Hastings, and what was the other one? There's a 5th coin. I can't forgotten off the top of my head, but it's going to be kind of like that.
Like a military theme.
Military theme, yes. And I thought
it'd be actually nice. Yeah. It's going to be nice in that set to see a Victoria Cross in a decent condition, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
All the ones you find and change are really, really bad. And I've actually got one. I'll put it in your Discord later, Chris. You can hardly see the coin anymore. I found it recently. And you can actually hardly see the medals on it anyway. But I got my set in this morning, actually.
Yeah? What do you think?
And, one UK coin hunt had spare, actually, so he sent me it. Really nice. It's nice to see all the different designs again, and it's nice to see them in the brilliant uncirculated presentation. Like as I said there, from 2006, 2007 and change are really bad condition, so it's really nice to see this set again.
Yeah.
2019 mint mark on the obverse. But what I did mention on my channel a wee while ago was when the Royal Mint said there was going to be a new Strike Your Own Britannia 2019 new pence, 50 pence. So that was the Strike Your Own the last time. Obviously we've moved on to the Britannia £2 coin now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they said on their Facebook page or something, this is the only way you're going to be able to get the new pence, 50 pence, is a Strike Your Own.
Oh.
Now they've put these in the sets.
Oh,
That's
yes.
Going back on their word a bit.
Yes, because they are new pence on the 50 years of 50p, aren't they?
So I thought they would maybe change it to 50 pence Britannia again in 2019, but they haven't.
Yeah.
So it's a bit strange that coming across that background research, and I don't think people were too pleased. Some of the people weren't too pleased that they had went down, struck your own coin, got this coin that was meant to be strike your own, but now it's in the print and circulated sets, and they're going to be unlimited. So I mean, there could be
exclusivity of it all gone, isn't it?
Yeah. It sounds a bit strange, but it is a nice set, and it's got some nice information on it.
Yeah.
Just like your sets, they pull out into the big. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I must admit, I agree with what you guys have said. I really like it. I think it's really neat. I think it's really awesome to have a Kew Gardens coin, because again, people maybe that don't that haven't found one in their sets, it's a nice placeholder in your set as well, I think.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier on as well, when we were having a chat before this, that some people are actually getting duplicate coins in their sets. So
there's someone on my Discord, Laughter, who is the £2 in the bunk sets. There's obviously a space for all the different £2, and where there's supposed to be a Samuel Pepys is actually a Wedgwood encased there, which is pretty awesome. I think initially I would be a bit knocked off, but I would keep it because of, I don't know, people love the errors like that, don't they?
Yeah. So there has been a few I've seen with like 2 Rogers Bannisters in it and 2 Kew Gardens, and obviously the other they're a bit different if you want to find them.
Well, I think with the unlimited mintages, there's going to be so much demand from that. There's going to be some mistakes, aren't there?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
If there's one thing we like, it's coins. But if there's one thing that we like even more, it's errors.
Yeah. And there was still a queue to get these. Pardon the pun. There was still a queue on the Royal Mint website to order these, and I didn't even order mine.
Oh.
As I said, I got mine off UK Coin Hunt because I wasn't in a rush to get it. You're not able to get it probably until the end of the year. So
yeah. No, I think they're really neat. So the other new thing that we've had out now is the Wedgwood £2. Have either of you got the Wedgwood £2?
I haven't got the Wedgwood yet. No, it's kind of slipped by the radar with me. I've been working full time the last couple of weeks, so I've not really been keeping up to date with new releases. I probably will get it eventually. I'm just not in a hurry to get it because, well, I'll wait for the money to come through from this full-time work to start.
I must admit, I didn't see any publicity for the Wedgwood one. The first thing I saw was when I was buying the 50 years 50p that it was up there. I thought, it's a bit strange that there wasn't massive publicity about it. But
I think it was all covered up because there was so much hype for the 50 years 50 pence again. Everybody was just after this 2019 Kew Gardens. So yeah,
I must admit, because I absolutely think it's a stunning design. I got the silver one, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So I was over the moon with that one. But I'm just wondering, because the last time I checked, they were still available in silver proof. Because maybe do we just think that maybe the £2 aren't as popular?
I don't know. When I've went on to look at a silver proof £2 coins, they've usually been like you can still get them the next day or the next. I think a lot of collectors are the pences. I really do think.
So just looking.
Media speculation and hype for the likes of Kew. Add to it's like a multiplication of how many people, like you said, the queues for the Kew Gardens were phenomenal. Coins that haven't been advertised or promoted as heavily by the media. The Royal Mint will still put out a press release, Kew Coins, no doubt. It's got an advertising and marketing agents part of it. That will be doing this. So it'll be just the media that's behind the large
Yeah, because I'm just on the Royal Mint website now. Just brought them up. The silver proof is 65% reserved. The gold proof is only 60% reserved. That really surprises me.
I usually get the sets at the start of the year anyway, so I've got the Samuel Pepys and the Wedgwood one already in my 2019 set, because I usually just buy it or the Brilliant Uncirculated set. I've had the deluxe proof set with them, but it just kept going up in price, and I couldn't quite justify the price. So I'm just starting to get the Brilliant Uncirculated sets at the start of the year now, so that's points. But if it's a year, like say a year came along again, like the Olympic year where there's another coins to collect, I'm still going to have to collect all of them that year, but at least that gives me a kind of head start for the year that I've got at the start of the year anyway. So
maybe that's a fact that if people have already got the year sets, maybe they're not buying them individually.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, I've got that set too. It's quite a nice reset.
Caledonian coins. You said you wanted to talk about the Royal Mint Lucky Dips.
Yeah. I'm on week 2 of the Lucky Dips now. I've not received my package, but the last couple of weeks they've been doing 2018 10 pence Lucky Dips.
Yeah.
You get five coins for a fiver. I think it's all the same letters, because I went and cheekily last week. They had the £10 delivery, so free delivery. So I went and got 2 packs, and they were both exactly the same letters. I got a H, I, P, U, and W. So that'll be interesting to see if anyone else out there got exactly the same as I did.
Yeah, well, I talked to a guy. It's a guy at my car boot sale, actually, a car boot sale just down the road from me on a Sunday. He's a coin collector, and he told me as well, him and his friend both got exactly the same. So I think it does say totally random for that week. So like it's like week it'll be another 5 random ones, and the week after that. But I don't think if you order week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, etc., you'll not get the same coins. I don't think. So.
On the 2019 stock now, I reckon, and they'll be like offloading whatever excess 2018s they've got.
Yeah, will do.
Good way to do it though. If you want to start collecting these ones, it's a good way to start.
That's quite a neat way. Because how much are they in the early strike packs? They were what?
The early strike pack was £52, I think.
Yeah.
For the full set, so yeah.
So you've got to buy it, don't you?
So what sort of packaging do they come in then, the Lucky Dips? Do we know?
Without sounding shady, it was a brown envelope with some cash. Now, it's the 10-piece come in individual little transparent pockets with a zip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're all like individual, and they are brilliantly uncirculated. They are shiny.
Very neat.
You do the 10 hunts, and you look at the coin, and you think it's relatively new coin, so it looks shiny, looks the part. But when you turn around and look at these things, just they're shining right and glaring right at you. It's lovely. It's good condition.
And the one that's just been released is the Samuel Pepys £2, isn't it, individually? Have we got opinions on that coin?
I might get that later on down the line. I've got it on the yearly set like Coin Cupboard has. I went and bought 2 yearly sets this year because I was a bit flush at Christmas time. Yeah. Or one that's coming out later in the year, I think. I think I told you about that one earlier.
Yeah.
So I think the Samuel Pepys coin's pretty cool. I don't know much about him. He's before my time. 1669's a little bit before my time. But seeing him like inscribing words with the old quill and stuff, I think that's quite smart. Yeah.
Because it's the diarist around the time of the Great Fire of London, isn't he?
Yeah. And I quite like the designs that go like the designs that go right to the edge of the coins as well. So I mean, like with most of the coins, you've just got the border with the writing round them, and like some of the coins that are out this year, I've got the going right to the edge. Like his quill points like right to the edge. I think that's quite smart.
Yeah, I must
on this year as well. Whenever that's got like the map down the bottom, and that goes right to the edge of the coin as well. I think that's quite smart.
That's pretty much what I'm saving my money for, the D-Day one.
That's going to be a stunning coin. I snapped up a Samuel Pepys silver proof. So that arrived this morning. Actually, I haven't opened it yet. I plan to record and open it today, and hopefully have that up some point soon. But The problem is this whole silver-proof bug has completely bitten me, and I said that from day one. I'm not going to buy one because I know if I buy one, I want them all, and that's exactly what's happened. Since the
I've fallen down that slippery slope as well. I'm trying to be disciplined, and I'll probably see your video later on when you post it, and then I'll go, yeah, I'm getting one.
But that's the problem, especially the ones that are like the ones that sell out, like the Sir Isaac Newton, not that one, Stephen Hawking one. I couldn't help myself. I was so gutted that I paid more than a raw mint price for that, but I just couldn't miss out on it.
Yeah. And as you said, with the £2 coins as well, the silver proof and the bimetallic £2 coins is so smart. Like, it's so different looking to the coins you get in your change, obviously. But the colours on them just are so vivid when you get them in silver proof. So
yeah. Because I've got a couple of £2. I've got a silver proof Florence Nightingale, and I've got a Pied for Aviation, 2017. Now I've only got the Bunk Aviation to compare it with, but when you get the Puller Florence Nightingale out of circulation out of a coin hunt and compare it to the silver proof, it's just like you say, the colour difference is so vivid.
Oh, I can only imagine, yeah. Cool.
Detailing on it is so much more clearer.
It's one of my favourite designs as well.
That I really like a design in a £2 coin, and maybe save up a bit of money to get it, because what are they, £70 or something like, or £90? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Silver proof one, it was 67 or something, I think.
67, so you'll be talking nearly £70, yeah. So I think if you really like a design on a £2 coins, definitely go for the silver proof to keep in your collection, because like myself, I ended up buying a Vulcan silver proof. And actually, like I said earlier on as well, my friend actually got me the Spitfire one for my birthday that totally caught me off guard. I mean, he's just went and spent that for my birthday.
That's amazing.
So I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when he bought it. So I ended up getting another 2 in that set as well, silver proof, because I really liked the designs on them. So
lovely. But I think because I plan to go to the Royal Mint 21st of April. I think I might have to leave my credit card in the car just for my own safety.
I am planning on going down the Mint eventually. I know I said the flights were awful for me, but it's just getting the time off, and I do have a week off in April, but it's just too short notice. Yeah, because I would have been able to come down for that event for you when you were down, but my plane would have arrived finished, so I was like, no point. Yeah, so there's no point. I'll come down another time. Yeah. We'll have to catch up when I do.
Definitely. So a couple more topics then. So with 2019, we're seeing some of the 2019 coins coming into circulation, like the alphabets, like the on the 50p's, the shields, the 2019 ones we're seeing now. Have we got any early thoughts on mintages, about rarities?
Shields, I think they're going to be in abundance.
Yeah.
I ended up going to the post office and I ended up with £750 worth of shields.
Wow.
So that was quite a lot. I didn't realise until I got back home that 2 of the bags were shields, and it was quite smart to see them, because it's as if I didn't hear any other reports of anybody getting them, and that was at the middle of last month or the start of last month I got them, and I saw people posting that they've found them, Manchester, Birmingham, back up here, and like I think they're going to be quite a lot of them, but I don't think they're going to be like 2017s. No. Looking like 2018s will be not intended for circulation. I think we touched on that in the last podcast as well.
Yeah.
Seen any, so I guess we're not going to see any.
Yeah. I must admit though, with the 2017 shields, I did start keeping them when they first started coming in, but I found so many I started paying them back into the bank, which I'm kind of gutted in retrospect now, because it's one of the rarer ones in circulation, or less common.
I'm the same. I did quite a few of the bank runs with the 2017s, put them straight in. And then when the mintage figures came out and said they were rarer than, were they the second lowest or third lowest mintage?
Yeah. It's bonkers, isn't it?
I was just like gut-wrenched. No. I was just like...
That's the problem. It's like with the 2018s, I've still got tons of the 2018s just in case some of them are low mintages. But I can't wait. Where are the vintage figures? It's April.
Yeah. I've got like a silly amount of Taylor of Gloucesters. I'm fairly confident that they are the highest out of the 4 of them.
Yeah.
What's the lowest? My record for the lowest one is Flopsy Bunny.
Yes, Flopsy Bunny or Peter Rabbit is the prevailing thought, I think.
Still not found a Peter Rabbit yet.
You still haven't?
Still haven't found a 2018 Peter Rabbit.
Wow.
I managed to get a couple of sealed bags of somebody. I actually swapped some bags of 10 pences. Yeah, I've still not seen one. And change and bank runs. So it's a bit mad run about where I am that I can't find any
Dear. Well,
pences anyway. In the 2019 10 pences. I think it was Change Checker that the year there was going to be 2.1 million of them released.
yeah.
Over all the alphabets, so that works out 81,000 each,
Yeah.
which seems like so little.
It
Like,
does. But the thing is, I've seen so many people finding these full bags of the new 2019 10p's though, that I can't believe that they're going to be lower vintage than last year's.
Unless that people round about like myself, like I got lucky as well, and so did the Caledonian coins. The person at the post office kept bags or whatever for us. So unless it's just people that, and I mean, like I touched on again in the last podcast, that coin collecting is getting. I think there's so many more people doing it. Years that maybe people are just keeping their bags for themselves, and then they're not getting split up into circulation. Really, you'll find the odd one or two, but those collections, and that's probably what's going to happen with the majority of what I've got as well, because I'm sending them off to other collectors, they're sending me other ones, so I can just distribute them basically to coin collectors if people want to.
Yeah.
I suppose in some retrospect that does take the fun away from finding them in your change. Frustrating for people that don't find them in their change, that simply can't do bank runs, but other collectors as well. Who haven't got in them as well. So I'm trying to get full sets, and I'll probably just coins I find in coin hunts for other 10 pences and stuff. So I know where people are coming from. It does get frustrating when you can't find.
I think especially because they are such cool designs as well. They're so pretty, and they're really nice designs that it's a shame when we can't find them.
But 81,000, if that's being that low. But I thought maybe 81,000 each, and it just seems ridiculously low.
Yeah.
Rare release batches. They were both 2.6 each. One was in the first half of the year. The second was in the second half of the year. I reckon it'll be a similar deal this year.
Yeah. Yep.
They'll raise the amount to equalise it to a similar amount. Because I know they said it's X amount of coins per letter, but I've got this funny feeling that certain letters will be slightly lower than others.
I think
For example, doing the snow globes for the Robin,
the
Christmas time. They would have had to take so many of the little R coins to put into these snow globes to sell them. Out of circulation, thus making the R a lower mintage.
Possibly, yeah. I hadn't thought about that.
Lower availability.
I think I'd quite like different scarcities of them, if I'm honest. Although, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword, because the people that if you just want to collect them, it's going to be, you'll have a couple of letters that you just can't find. Like with the Olympics, for instance. The offside rule, the wrestling, the judo, and they're the ones that people struggle to find. But I don't know, I think I quite like the idea of having lower minted certain letters.
I think, touching on that again, with the Olympics, like, the offside rule obviously is one of the lower mintage ones, but people that are just even into football, them stored away in collections. They don't collect coins, but they have it because it's got like a football on it, and they can, or they've gave it to their pal or their wife or whoever, just saying this is what offside is.
Yeah, it's like but like the James Bond one as well. There'll be people that don't collect coins that like James Bond or like movies that will keep them. And
I found myself giving out loads of the letters that I've been getting lately. People whose initials I've been like, here, that's got your initials. That's a gift, and they've been loving it. And they're thank you very much, So,
so initials like your initials. Most people in Britain didn't have initials like X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
not many J's and S's. No John Smiths left. And then obviously we had Change Checker. We've been speaking a bit about them. They have released they've published the territories mintages, haven't Coin Cupboard was saying, which I did have ready to have a look through. But
so Guernsey, I've got the ones up for Guernsey just now. It's quite funny. they just released that. Was it last week? Or was it start of this week maybe? 2nd of April, start of this week. The time we're recording this anyway. And it just shows you how little some of the Guernsey, the mintage figures are of them. 200,000 mintage, so they were lower than Kew Gardens already. That's the older ones, mind you.
But even even the more common on that checklist, it says the 1997 Frisia is still 1,044,000, which is still quite a low mintage, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But for it to be that low a mintage and find its way to the mainland UK and then find its way into your hunt, it just makes me think, wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, I found one yesterday in a coin hunt. So it was a 2008. So what's that? That's 350,000 mintage. So
that's bonkers, isn't it?
It's like one of the lowest mintage coins you're more than likely to find in your change.
Yeah. So do we think this is going to have an impact on values of these coins?
This is more than likely.
I
think likely, yeah.
Because
you had just.
There were one of them I don't even have. I do have the flag £2 coin.
Yeah.
But I don't have the finance motif.
Oh, they look cool, don't they?
I don't have that old £1 sadly. I do have HMS Crescent, but I don't have the Lily. So it's just pot luck. Like I said, it's amazing that they can get themselves over to the mainland at all, let alone end up in our collections.
Yeah, smart that.
It's that the £2, the cross one. Oh man, I really want one of them now. They look so cool. The flag, isn't it?
It's nice. It's a nice one.
But yeah,
trying to find the 2000. Well, if these are I guess these are the proper mintage figures, but 2012 flag, one of them Guernsey coins, 5,000 of them.
5,000.
5,000.
It's bonkers.
Yeah. Mental to find one.
Checking out your 50p as well, because it's only 5,000 of the 1987s.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 6,000 of the 1988, so it's...
Some nice coins to find.
Years, eh?
We're just looking at the 50p charts. So Kew Gardens is about 210,000. That would be right down the bottom of this chart. Just to think of to put that into perspective, it's bonkers.
Yeah.
So we also had some April Fool's news. We had the emoji 50p's that were out on the Sun newspaper. What did we think of that?
Fake news.
I don't know about you guys. I won.
they do look quite cool. That's what I was saying before we started recording. I think they look so cool. I would love them as well, to be fair.
It's quite a laugh. It's quite a laugh when you see coins. Like most of the time when the Sun or the Daily Telegraph, whatever, post stuff about coins on April, but they usually make a mess of it anyway, saying football 50p is worth £500, whatever. Kew Gardens might be worth £1,000, but
have you got this rare Charles Dickens £2 coin with the upside down writing and no dots on it? You could have won £1 million.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty funny to see them.
They do look quite cool.
I'd still buy one, even if it was fake. I'd buy one.
Oh yeah.
I was telling you guys before the podcast, but one of my colleagues actually did think it was a real coin because her son sent her a photo and she was like, "When is this coming out?" And I was like, "I'm really sorry to tell you, but it was an April Fool's prank." Yeah. You know, I felt like heartbroken for the last, you know. So, but cheer her up and says, like, I know actually a guy who's got a CNC machine, so I'll see if we can try and.
I think somebody might start doing these, by the way.
Yeah.
Like we see with
like the coin supplier, or.
Yeah, I think somebody's got a little market here that they might start doing these.
I mean, I wonder who owns the trademarks to the emojis then.
Yeah. That'd be
You'll need
interesting.
to pay for a license of some sort. Yeah.
Interesting.
And I remember one of your previous videos, Christopher, you wanted was it a Mr. Men coin?
Oh yeah, I think they'd be smashing a whole set of them.
Yeah, but the licensing cost would be phenomenal for that.
Yeah, that's true. But
Nice idea though.
when they run out of Beatrix Potter characters, maybe they'll move on to Mr. Men.
Everybody likes a good April Fool's joke anyway, don't they, Christopher? Like coin videos and stuff.
Yeah, I must admit, I had great fun doing my April Fool's video, those chocolate coins. Although for the next hunt that I did, because I did an actual coin hunt after that to record, and all I kept hearing in my head was new pence, 2 pence, 2 pence, new pence, 10 pence, new pence, new pence, 10 pence. I couldn't stop myself. But I must admit, your April Fool's video made me crack up as well. Steve in this coin closet. It's just, we need more Steve videos.
Steve might come out his closet again at some point. Who knows?
I have to champion your discipline with the chocolate coins. I would have been at them, every single one of them.
The thing is, right, the ones that you saw on the video are like a tiny proportion of the amount that I've got. I've got absolutely tons of them now, and I've no idea. Well, I'm slowly eating my way through them, but they're cheap chocolate. They're not the nicest chocolate, so... Apart from the Belgian ones are nice though, but the other ones are cheap chocolate.
I've got a question for you. If you were to have a Mr. Men coin, which character would you have done?
Oh, Mr. Bump. Poor Mr. Bump. He needs some love.
What about yourself, Coin Cup? Are you a fan?
Mr. Tickle.
I'm a Mr. Tickle as well, yeah.
Right round the coin.
Yeah, you could have him tickling the Queen. Oh dear. But no.
That's good.
Okay, last one. Yeah, definitely. Mr. Tickle for me as well.
Maybe they could do a full set like the Olympic sets again on 50 pences at some point.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I must admit, because I do like the big sets of coins to collect. I keep banging on about in videos about having counties of the UK. I think that'd be cool, like the America have the state quarters or Knights of the Round Table. I like these big sets to complete. And another new big set would be a dream come true, I think.
There's quite a lot of regions in the UK, because I think there's not like 63 shires. Of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and even Scotland's got a few of their own as well, because you'll have to include the likes of the islands and Shetland or that lot. And then you'll have the likes of the Isle of Wight, Scilly Islands. Yeah. So that's a phenomenal amount of coins to collect. You're talking over 70,
But the Isle of Wight's in Hampshire, though, isn't it?
Part of Hampshire. I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, I think the Isle of Wight is in Hampshire. I'm gonna look like a right bonehead if it's not now, but I think it is.
So you're talking way over 70, nearly probably over 80 different designs if you take them region by region.
Yeah. It would be a long...
break it down, you've got...
But if you did it like on the 10p's, that's only a couple of years worth of different designs.
10p's need more love as well. After the alphabet 10 pences, it would be nice to see something else in the 10 pences now that they've started.
I think it's also nice for those people that want to start collecting but maybe don't have an awful lot of money to put aside, or like kids that collect coins. Having it on the 10p's is quite nice for them to start collecting.
Yeah. It's much more affordable as well if you just get a bag of 10p's.
Yeah, so put them on a low denomination, but not 5p's. I do not want to have to hunt through 5p's. They're too small, they're too fiddly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Say the 2p's are nice and big size, but they're just, after a time, the decolorization of them just makes it
Yeah, and especially if they'll try again to push to remove the copper coins from circulation. We don't want this awesome design to go on them and then just be removed from circulation in a couple of years.
Yeah, I think we'll see it again. I mean, did they vote in Parliament recently for it again? Did they to get rid of the 1 pences again?
I
think we'll see it. I think it'll not be nice to see it because the 1 penny and the 2 pennies been such a big part of. It'll be nice to see it getting taken out of circulation, but it is just we don't really use them. Sit in money jars, waiting to get cash back into the bank. I mean, I just cashed some in this morning in the bank that I've probably been sitting about for 10 years. once and 2 pences, £2 back to the bank. So I think that's where the majority of the 1s and 2 pences are, like just sitting about in people's money jars or whatever.
Well, there was that figure about how many hands it goes through before it ends up in a collection pot or your money jar. I can't remember how many it was. It was a very small amount, like 3 or 4 people, before it ends up not being used.
That way, they do remove them because they want to head towards a cashless society in a few years anyway, don't they? Which would be a shame for us. But they'll round everything up to like 71 pence, so they'll round it up to 75, and that means things they'll not have a 99p anymore. It'll be £1.
I noticed that recently when I was in. It was in the Netherlands recently. They got rid of their low denomination coins now, and I noticed it in Canada as well. 99-cent shop, and what's the point in that? You can't even spend 99 cents. Everything's a dollar or whatever. So.
Yeah, I think the whole cashless society thing is not something I'm a massive fan of, because obviously the main reason for pushing us to a cashless society is so that everything's got an audit trail, so everything can be traced by governments, by companies, so they've got more information about us, our spending habits, but also for the legal reasons of trying to crack down on criminals, gangs, money laundering, that kind of thing. So we see the benefits of it, but I don't want to get rid of coins. I think it'd be a real shame.
Oh, I had recently, last year, at the beginning of last year, we had that credit card outage over Europe.
Yeah.
And that was a nightmare for where I worked at the time.
It was Visa, wasn't it? It all went down for a day.
It was 36 hours, I think. And yeah, I remember doing 2 shifts with it because I was having to explain to people, sorry, you can't have your milk. Bye.
It's quite bad when you think about that. All it takes is one satellite to go down or whatever, and then nobody has any money.
Yeah.
Whatever it uses, the internet. I mean, we had an internet shortage in my town recently. Bank, I think it was TSB. You couldn't. Every company that worked with TSB, you couldn't pay them with cards. It went on for 2 days. So people were going into Asda. They were doing their full shop, and they get to the checkout and they can't pay.
Oh goodness.
We need physical coins, physical money, because it just won't work. We're paying with our watches, their phones and things now, but we still need physical money.
Between the three of us, we can champion against the cashless society.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll get a petition signed. How much is it? The revoke Article 50 one's got up to 5 million. I reckon we can get 5 million people to sign it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Probably put it on the news instead of Brexit because everyone's bored of Brexit. They need something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we could do. We could change the headlines. We'll be Brexit reprieve for a day.
You've got Scotland covered with me and Caledonian coins. You've got yourself and UK Coin Hunt. You need somebody in Wales and you need somebody in Ireland to come into your...
We do need some Welsh coverage, don't we?
Yeah.
It's poor old Northern Ireland. I was here and they don't have many 10 pences heading over that way.
Yeah, someone was saying that.
Yeah. We found like maybe a couple in the whole 2 years.
We need to go over and take some of our bags over with us and just spend them.
Go to the area and we'll pop all the 10 pences into the wee stuff like that. And I really want to actually go to the Isle of Man, if I'm honest with you.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah.
Friend who wants to go to the TT, and I think I actually know a guy who actually did drive in the TT. He runs a motorbike shop in the town where I am. And he goes, he was just down in Wales this week actually trying out some new bike, but it was terrible weather with the snow, so he didn't get to drive it, so he had to come back up here. He's been around the TT quite a few years ago. This was 20 years ago or so, but he still actively is engaged in the whole thing. And he goes over every so often. I'm kind of half tempted to just say, fancy a tag along, and I'll go over and check out their currency.
Definitely. I wonder what banks they've got over there. It would be worth getting an account to see if you could get a whole bag of coins from there would be the Manx coins, or whether it would just be general coins.
A few of them have made over to the mainland. I know a couple of folk who have shown the Jubilee. Was it the Jubilee coins?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the 11 November 11th coin, the non-coloured one, the one with the poppies around the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah, I'd love to go though. We should all make a tour of it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The mint though, first.
So I think we'll wrap it up there. So all that leaves me to do is thank you so much to Caledonian Coins and Coin Cupboard for joining me. And links will be down in the description and on the end screen. So go over and check out their channels.
To say thank you for having me on. Thank you very much for having me on as well. A chance to have a wee blether with us.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
As usual.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you have any topics, anything you want to cover in the next one, feel free to drop them down in the comments section. Like I said, I will plan to do another one in a fortnight's time. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.